Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you a Battlesmith Artificer modded class build guide in Baldur's Gate 3. So this is a class that will be coming soon to the mod manager and it's on Nexus Mods. And I wanted to cover this because I've had a lot of requests for the Artificer itself, which gets, the Battlesmith here gets a nice ability to summon in this here, which is a Steel Defender, and it has its own unique actions, and we can summon in like an Electrified Little Bird or any other type of fine familiar. I'll be going over the full build guide as well as the armor and equipment at the end, and a little bit of combat as well, just to show you how this fares in combat. Now the Artificer, interesting subclass. It has 3 or 4 different subclasses, and I'll be going over the full thing here. So Masters of Invention. Artificers use ingenuity and magic to unlock extraordinary capabilities and objects. They see magic as a complex system way to be decoded and harnessed for their spells and inventions. You can find everything you need to play one of these inventors in the next few sections. So we're going to go with, for our cantrips, I like Mage Hand. Being able to throw water bottles to set up damage is nice for your other teammates. And it can also throw health potions. The Artificer is kind of like it functions as a healer as well as a martial class and a spellcaster. They use intelligence mainly, so we're going to go with, I would say, even just Shock and Grasp and Ray of Frost, because if water's set up, you can get double damage on these, and this allows you to run away without getting hit with a opportunity attack. Now, for our ability scores, we want to go all in on intelligence, because we actually use our intelligence for attack rolls, so that's pretty good. And then for our, we'll go with something like that for our skill proficiencies. It's an interesting subclass, and I'll be going over all the options and gear near the end of this video, so yeah, this is a fun one and very unique. I'll be doing all the other subclasses for the Artificer eventually, but here we have ourselves the second level, and we get our infusion slots. So we get to pick a few different infusions, so I'll go over all of them. The enhanced defense, this gives a +1 to armor class of a piece of armor or shield, and it hits +2 when you hit 10th level. The enhanced weapon gives a +1 to attack rolls. Enhanced arcane focus gives a +1 to spell attack rolls and spell save DC. And it goes up to +2. Bag of Holding allows you to hold more items, and it doesn't work in the astral plane, blah, blah, blah. You can pause if you really want to read through this. So using it twice will create a brief portal to the astral plane. Radiant Weapon gives a +1 to attack and damage rolls made with a weapon, basically making it a magical weapon. We also have the Homunculus Servant, which is basically Find Familiar, so we can take off that. It's nice to have a Find Familiar, and then we also got the Repeating Shot with infusing a crossbow or firearm with magic. I don't have firearms for the purpose of this, but I will be downloading them at a later date. This grants a +1 to attack and damage rolls made with it when you make a ranged weapon attack. If you equip it in your main hand and load no ammunition, it produces its own, automatically creating 1 piece of magic ammunition when you make a ranged attack, allowing to attack 2 targets once per turn. And the attack becomes quicker at 10th level, requiring no bonus action. So for our spells, not the best spell selection until we get to level 3 spells, and it's a half caster, it's not a full caster. So I like the Absorb Elements as a reaction to absorb elemental damage once per short rest, take half damage for the next elemental attack, and then deal additional 1d6 of it on the next attack. There is cloaks that do this, but getting it as a spell is really nice too. Sanctuary, enough said, super useful. Ray of Sickness to potentially poison the target is really nice. Long Strider, increased movement speed by 3 meters is also a good one, but you can go with something like Enhanced Leap if you want instead. And Cure Wounds, I mean, I don't love to use healing potion or healing spells, but it's there, and if you need it, you got it. We can take off Long Strider and go with Fairy Fire as well, giving advantage on attack rolls against an enemy. Now level 3, this is when we get to choose from their subclasses. So there's Alchemist, Armorer, Artillerist, and the Battlesmith. So we're going to go with the Battlesmith because this is a pretty cool one. I wanted to do this for this video. So this gives us Battle Ready. When attacking with magical weapons, you use your intelligence for your attack and damage rolls instead of strength or dexterity. Enough said, that's pretty good, since we're going all in on our intelligence. We also get our Steel Defender here, so we can summon and give it commands in battle. And then we get Heroism and Shield as a spell, Shield being a really nice spell. You can just look at the different spells that you get with each of these. The Armorer being a really interesting one, but I'm going with the Battlesmith for this video. I'll be doing that as a later date. We'll go with Long Strider there for our spell, and it removed, I guess, Featherfall. We'll go back and put those all on there. So at level 4, we get ourselves another spell, and you can take whatever you want here. For our feat, we're going to take our intelligence up to 18, give us a +1 to our spell attacks. Alert is another good perk, and if you're going on honor mode, you should go with Alert. At level 5, we get an extra attack, so huge. We also get Branding Smite, which is nice for invisible targets. And we get Warding Bond. So, a bunch of level 2 spells here, and since we got to increase our intelligence, we can add some more spells. So I like Heat Metal. Invisibility is pretty nice as well. Magic Weapon can be good. Aid, I would rather have on someone that can upcast to level 6, and you can even have someone that can't do that. Dark Vision's good, and Larger Reduce is another good one. I like Web as well, because you can put this on fire, and you can web people. You can also jump down from high distances onto it. Now, level 6, we get another infusement slot, and we get Sleight of Hand proficiency and expertise, so we're good for picking locks. We also get to pick 2 more cantrips, and there's a few new ones here. So we got Create Spell slot, using an infusement slot to unlock a spell slot. Returning Weapon gives a +1 to attack and damage rolls. That's pretty good. If we want to go with a throwing build, that's pretty useful there. Resistant Armor. When using this, a creature has resistance to one of the following damage types you can choose when you infuse it: Acid, Cold, Fire, Force, Lightning, Necrotic, Poison, Psychic, Radiant, or Thunder. So you can pick a damage type and become resistant to it, which is also very nice if we know we're getting into a certain encounter. Boots of the Winding Path. Infuse a pair of boots, giving 3 meters movement speed, and doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. So very nice. We'll also take Enlarge or Reduce for the next spell. Enlarge is pretty good, especially if you can boost up one of your teammates with it. It can be very devastating. And then we also get another cantrip here, Flash of Genius, which is a reaction. You've used your ability to come up with solutions under pressure. When you attack another creature, you can see whenever a creature you can see makes an ability check or saving throw, you can use your reaction to add a bonus to the roll. So, very nice, adding that to your teammates. Arcane Locks is another good spell that we could go with. See, Invisibility does have some usefulness, but once we unlock level 3 spells, it really opens up things for us. So we got our level 8 here. Lesser Restoration, we may as well just leave it there. I like to go with Alert for +5 to Initiative. I think that works best. There is a Tavern Brawler way we can go about this, but I think that this works best. So we also unlock a level 2 spell, which is kind of funny at this level, but mostly level 3 spells. And we also get Arcane Jolt, so you learn to channel energy in new ways. Whenever you attack, you deal an additional 2d6 of force damage, or heal someone for 2d6 healing if you can see them. So that's very nice. We also get the Warden of Vitality here, so casting Lesser Restoration, or cast Restore Vitality, and we also get Conjure Barrage, which is actually pretty good. So we'll just go with that there. And then for our spells, I like to take Lightning Arrow. Elemental Weapon allows us to put cold damage on, so we get a lot of boost from that. Counter spell, and I'll show you how we can make this pretty overpowered. And haste. So we got a lot of good spells. Revivify is also there too, so it's a pretty good level for us. At level 10, we get our magic item Adept, get a +1 bonus to damage when you attack or cast a spell while holding a magical weapon. We like that. Alchemical Adept. You've achieved a profound understanding of how to use and create consumables that are useful in combat, so you can expend salvage elements to craft them. So with this, we can actually make trap, disarming kits, lock picks, different things like that, shovels, which is nice. And then salvage elements, so magically extract useful alchemical ingredients to craft consumable items from your alchemical adept or mastery magic. Gain certain items may require more to cast. We also get 2 more we get 2 infusions, so I like to take the create spell slot. It does already pre-select them because I went through and did this build already for testing. And then replicate magic item. You replicate a particular magic item. Each item will consume an infusion slot and will disappear at long rest. Pretty cool. And then we'll go with something like Mage Hand, Firebolt, or even Bone Chill. And for our next level spell, I like Melf's Acid Arrow. It's not a bad spell overall. Acid's a little bit underrated, I would say. And then at level 11, we get our spell storing items, so we can learn to store spells into scrolls, and magic lasts until long rest. You can create a number of spells equal to your intelligence modifier. Pretty cool. So we'll take Revivify at this level, and then for level 20, we'll take our intelligence up another point, and that gives us another spell prepared. And then for our spell, Fly is okay. We could go with that. Could go with Enlarge, or really, it's up to you. You got a lot of spells here to choose from. So typically in combat, what we want to be doing is we got ourselves the ability to summon in, I guess I already summoned them, so just short rest. We got our Steel Defender here, so we can pop this bad boy in, and it hits pretty hard. Like, I'll just show off what it looks like in terms of attacks. So we can go in and do our Forced Empowered Rend there, and it does force damage, which is one of the best damage types in the game. So that is pretty nice. And also, I guess I'll go over typically what we want to be doing. So getting our enhanced defense is really nice. We can go +1 to armor class with that. So we'll go with that. Maybe actually +2 to our armor class, giving us an increase to our overall defense. 26 is pretty nice with a shield there. And I guess I'll put on like I'll put on an actual piece of armor here. So we got medium armor proficiency. So getting our armor class up to 28 is pretty good, I would say. So we'll roll with that there. And then as far as our weapons, I like the Sacred Star, but it's entirely up to you. Even Baldur Luve from early game is good, so Act 1 weapon there for y'all. I like the Sacred Star, though, for extra radiant damage. And we got the Helldust Gloves, because we are a caster, so spell attack rolls and spell Dave DC +1, and additional 1 to 6 fire damage. Helmet of Arcane Acuity works really well here, because we can also use our bow to be able to hit multiple targets, which is great. I like to go with the Hellfire hand crossbow, and I'll show you what we can do with that. So also evasive shoes, cloak of protection, ring of protection, and then the Killer Sweetheart for critical hit, and amulet of greater health to give us 135 health. So what we also got is the ability to, we got repeating shot here, which lets us attack twice with our weapon. And then we also got our replicate magic item, so we can use this to create, it's not giving me great selections here, flying boots, frost giant strength gauntlets, circlet of mind reading, amulet of greater health. So we can use these to create some of these items here. So if you want to use amulet of greater health, you can give it to someone else. So we can go boom, and then he's got an amulet of greater health. So pretty cool. We got 2 of them now, which gives a big boost to our overall survivability. That's a really incredible usage of that. We also got the ability to use even things like our resistance armor to give us an increase to certain damage type. Boots of the winding path. So we do only have 4 slots, but I like it for the repeating shot, which is pretty good. So we can use this, and then we can go ahead with our ranged weapon attacks. And yeah, we get a little bit of an increase in those too. So bonus action ability there. So I guess I'll put a second one on. Nair Misser. And yeah, I'll go and show off combat here in a moment, but we also got a few different things like the homunculus. I can't even pronounce that word. Homunculus gives us the ability to conjure like a lightning cat. It's just aesthetic purposes, doesn't really have any extra benefits. But we also have mending, so we can fix broken items. So whenever we have this here, we can heal our robot, which is kind of cool. It does use an action, so not something you're going to want to use often. Raid tool for the job allows us to create like a trap kit, thieves tools, a hammer, a shovel. So pretty cool, very useful in role playing. So yeah, we got lots of different options for overall damage. And then I'll go leave camp here so we can see what this looks like in combat, because it is a pretty cool subclass overall. So let's get out of the Facemaker Boutique here, and we'll just go wreak some havoc on the city. I guess we can start off combat in here. So we'll just go inside. Go inside, shut the doors, and then we'll try to start combat from here. So yeah, we got lots of options for damage, so we can go into our turn-based mode, get haste on ourselves, and then we can start with casting some spells like Lightning Arrow, which is pretty useful, and even like Arrow Many Targets is kind of nice. So Flash of Genius, this adds to our attack rolls. We completely missed. I was trying to hit my own teammate. So yeah, we fried them. And I guess we can just leave turn-based mode, and then we'll walk outside and we'll start getting attacked by the guards probably. The guards don't care, so I guess we can enter turn-based mode again, and then we'll go ahead with our... So we got the ability to go ahead with arrow many targets and hit multiple targets. I guess they're not aggroed on us, so... Oh, that didn't work. We'll go lightning arrow then. We'll try to hit multiple people. Luck of the Fire Realms. Boom. Yeah, let's attack. Just to show off the combat in this one. So we got a couple summons, which is nice. And then we also got the ability to attack with our Arrow of Many Targets. So this is really nice for stacking up our Arcane Acuity. I don't know why it's not letting me attack with the Arrow of Many Targets, but we got them there. Oh yeah, I guess it's because it's attacking twice. So you can see there we did pretty good damage. Because I had that ability to attack twice, so it allowed us to do 2 arrow mini targets there, and that just shredded her down. But then we can also go ahead again with the arrow mini targets, so Boom. And then the second arrow, boom. Critical block. I also have a mod that shows them blocking, which is pretty nifty. And then we even have the Flash of Genius that we can use here, so we can use our reaction to get a little bit of a boost to it. We have bad initiative. Oh. I should be able to swap to someone and move them out into combat. Charm. So we're just soloing them there because my team is not coming.
Sword at my side and hamster at hand.
We'll get them into the fray of things. Nice. Get my machine into the combat. There we go. We finally got everyone in combat. There we go. We're not going to get roasted, but yeah, it's pretty powerful because you can go ahead here and you deal a ton of damage with it. And you got healing, you got spell casting, you got it all, really. This class is very powerful, so it does everything for you. And very fun class, so I guess I'll throw ice down right there. Multiple difficult surfaces. Try to get myself another turn if I can. So Gale with another ice storm or lightning bolt. Hold person. Circle of death maybe. Can't hit them there. Not enough movement. Come on, Gale. But yeah, this is a very powerful one because we got the ability to attack from a variety of ranges, and it's actually quite powerful. So let's go ahead here, get my robot out. So this is the cool part of it. We get this thing here for attacking, and it holds aggro pretty well for us. So it makes for a pretty fun build. Throwing, cool. I don't have my shield out, but the block with a shield will now block if you have a mod for that, which is really nice. Yeah, go ahead and slip on the ice. Oh, throw on mints. They can't hit us. Oh, cool. And then the robot can deflect attacks too. So it didn't deflect that one. Got a critical hit. But yeah, this is a pretty fun class overall. The Battlesmith Artificer, and I'll be doing build guides on all the other subclasses for the Artificer as well. So if you liked what you saw, please hit that subscribe button below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.